Greetings. Friday, oh, it's the 8th of May, and it is about 10 to 11 in the morning, gentleman's hour. So, what have I been doing over the last few days since I last blogged? An awful lot. Catching up on the blogs on the construction.com blog site, the new one. Doing an awful lot on that, doing book reviews, making sure I'm up to date on all the sites and everything else that I review and look at. But today I thought I'd look at my study. This is my study where I spend a lot of time drawing, writing and doing my research and reading. And the next little bit of the film will show you my little study. And I think you'll be surprised at some of the stuff that's in here. So, this is my study. And you can see here my little workspace and all the stuff that I've got around me. And you can see the sort of equipment that I've got. But what I wanted to show you was my bookshelf. And the sort of things that I keep on to hand on my bookshelf. There's my normal stuff up the top, which is just all my personal books and bits and pieces, a few Mac stuff, and all the computer books that I've bought, and all the stuff over the top there that I've had over the years. And down the bottom row, there's my little book here. I can just show it. That's my Technologist's collection of stuff that I've collected over the years. And of course, metric handbook, robust details, and the classic White Bok. Every technologist should have that somewhere around them. But what I wanted to show you was this. 3 volumes here. That's the RRBA Product Selector Guide. It comes out every year, and this is the 2009 edition, just come, as you can see. But it is free. And just about every manufacturer you can possibly think of is in there, one way or another. Quite like it. Excellent books. This one here, that's Stephen Emmitts' book of architectural technology. Great book, a bit heavy to read sometimes, but still a very good book. There's my A3 printer. All my work now goes out on A3 printers. And there's my little Mac. Excellent machine. And of course the iPhone, normal phone, and the iPod in the background, everything there. I'm going to do a better review of this and my study in later editions, but just for now, enjoy. But apart from that, I wanted to show you this. Now, I use a Mac as part of my drawing system. I love Macs, had Macs for years, always been good to me, and never let me down. Well, mostly never anyway. One 1400 CS died on me, but maybe that was me rather than the machine. Anyway, wanted to show you this. Look at that. How thin and how wonderful is that? That's my new electronic keyboard, or wireless keyboard. Sits and talks to my little Mac, and I'm very pleased with it. Excellent piece of technology. Works exceedingly well. Had no problems with it at all, touch wood. And I'm very pleased that I bought it. Touch expensive at around 50 quid. Is that expensive for a piece of Mac? I don't know. Don't think so. Maybe. Whoever. So, what else can I tell you? Well, my book reviews, and I've just done some very good book reviews on the site. First one is this one called Engines of Creation. Now, I'm into nanotechnology in a big way. I don't particularly understand it, but I know it will be the future of building materials. Growing new materials, putting materials that are geared towards life and the building and the architecture. Not having to make do with materials that maybe will do the job. These will do the job, and they'll be geared towards what we want them to do rather than the other way around. The next one is a book called Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Are you surprised? Well, I don't think so. It's a cracking book. And when I started to look through it when I was in the bookshop, I suddenly realised that my whole perception of Robinson Crusoe is based upon the TV and film shows. And it was when I was reading the preface I suddenly realised I have no idea what this book is about. So I bought it, and I'm going to have a look at it. But the other thing that came to mind was an article that I received from CIET just recently, asking for people to write to a TV company, asking them to be part of one of these sitcoms on an island where you look after yourselves. Now at 56 I'm probably a little too old to do that sort of thing, but I wouldn't mind having a go. I'm damn sure that I could look after myself reasonably well. I know how to construct, I could build a reasonable house, I could make it watertight, windproof and reasonably warm. I think I could grow things, I could look after myself reasonably well. All I need is a knife and some form of bigger cutting implement. As long as the island's got stone, soil and trees and vegetation, I'm in with a chance. I can keep warm and I can feed myself. So, why Daniel Defoe and Robinson Crusoe? Well, is not that what he did? I'll let you know. And the third review I've done is this. Just look at it. Old, battered and a little smelly. But it's a book called Sketches by Boz by Dickens. Now I've just reviewed Doug Platt's, or is it Platt's book, or no, not book, his YouTube videos, and I'm surprised at the content of them. Not upset, but surprised, because they are really good. He's now going into architecture, and he's done one by Frank Lloyd Wright on the Hanging Garden House, as I call it. Excellent one. But one of the other things he's talking about is the way that architects are taught. And some of the things that he's talking about are quite right. I'm a technologist, and I was taught a little bit about design, but not a huge amount. My training is the technical side, the fitting of materials. But an architect's training takes him away from that and looks at the people, life, how people interact. This book is all about that. So I'm going to read it, and I can tell you I'm going to enjoy it. It's a cracking book. I've only read the first couple of pages, but I've put it down and I'm going to keep it for my holidays. I'm going to read that on the beach. So that's it. A little bit of update for you. I'll do more and more as the time goes on, but have a look at my little study and have a look at the video I've put on with it as well. There'll be some audio over the top of it, so have fun and be good.